Today, we talk about
I want you to know that it's going down, yelling, Mayday, we both be my creeping. You got me dancing like I was Drake, babe. I be Debo to these niggas, don't mess with no Craig or they don't got the moves, they more like Shanae, bustin' a nay. I feel like I go way harder. We Warren Luke, I'm your father. You asking me how I'm different, I'm prouder. You family dollar, I'm Hennessy to your water. I'm Tupac, I got the juice, and she will always pick a nigga like the goose. You got me feeling like I'm out of place. Osama Bin Laden in no place is safe. Liking that pace and you liking that picture. Olivia Benson when you're in a case. Feel like you just trying to put on a show and you been it for everyone dropping the soul. I know what you're waiting for me to walk in. 30,000 in my pocket, had them niggas just like oh, whoa, whoa. $50,000, then your girl wanna love me, got it screaming like ooh, 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 ooh. Cause I got a chick and you wanna flex. I ain't got a flex, but I got it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bontarell is next, that's on everything. Nigga, place your bets, cause I got it. Ooh, 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 ooh. And it's really a simple equation. You take a hip-hop beat, you take R&B vocals, and you body it. Watch the video again. Watch it again. Seriously, watch it again. No, I'd really appreciate it if you watch it.
Here we go. Okay. There you go. There's the package. It lets you know right away it's Gore-Tex. Let's see. Already gives you the hint of the ACG. For those wondering. I gotta say, to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever owned anything that's Gore-Tex. So this is a new experience for me, but here you go. First impressions already. I was worried this was actually gonna be a lot brighter pink. I'm not sure how it's gonna show in the camera. I'll find out when I get to editing, but as of right now, this is like a very muted wearable pink. Like this is not bright neon pink, which is what the photos online look like. So that's what I was afraid of, but there was a white colorway and a yellow colorway, and I just really couldn't pull the trigger on either of those. This was the way to go for me, so that's what I did. But check this out. Got the Nike swoosh. You got lovely black zipper contrast on the white. Very clear Gore-Tex. I almost wonder if this is inspired by Virgil with all the over-the-top labeling, but no quotes, am I right? See the ACG logo? I kind of like the ACG logo. Again, relatively new to the ACG game, but we'll go over the history shortly. But yeah, I love the playful nature of the emblem. Very simple, very to the point. The lowercase letters make it very approachable. Great branding. They get right to the point, baby. ACG means all conditions gear, and all conditions means all conditions. Don't get it twisted. Designed in the USA. Can't ask for more than that. High quality drawstrings, hoodie unit, again ACG logos, tag, straight from Nike. Glad to be able to get this at retail, although it did cost a pretty penny. See the zippers. YKK all day. Let's see, what else? Not sure what that's for. It says ACG right up front there. Very non-intimidating font, I have to say, which is cool. And you get the ACG details here. Right off the bat, I'm just super impressed with the color. Very happy it's a very muted color. Here's the back if you're wondering. A nice split. It's pink on the back with a little bit of bleed into the white over into the front. Still relatively symmetrical, which is fun. Buttons. So the hood is removable. Seems dangerous. Feel like you could lose this easily in the wrong conditions. Oh, that's right. Can't wait to show you guys this once I figure out how to use them. But I love the bright red on those. I actually really love that. Black and red, great contrast, great color combination. Works as straps in super hot weather when you want to kind of just wear it instead of wearing it. So that is amazing. Again, Errolson Hugh dominating. You see the tag there, made in Vietnam, cool. Again, this is a size large. Hope it fits, it should. Some ventilation pockets. I guess that correlates with these pockets, or one of these pockets. We'll find out. There's your Gore-Tex tag. If you want to peep that, guaranteed to keep you dry. What else? Oh, it's got some writing here. Again, I love just little extras to look at, you know? All conditions gear, written in multiple languages, cool. Yeah, and I don't know if this is 3M or not, but like it's a very sheeny, metallic-y feel to it. What else can I show you here? Overall, very impressed with this so far. But, oh, I look great in this. Wow. Oh, that's right. It comes with this little extra pocket thing here. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go figure out how to use this thing, and I'll report back to you guys later along with the history. And then we'll wrap this up. So see you in a minute. Perfect day for this, am I right? All right, so I think I figured out this jacket. Had to go with the acronyms, obviously. So, and we'll go into that in a little bit more detail as well, but just jumping right into it, I think I figured out all the details to this jacket. First off, most important thing, especially for guys that sweat like me, what you want to do first and foremost is pull down these zippers. There you go. Now you got ventilation and direct access to your shirt right through there. In case you're in the Matrix and you want to let some bullets fly through there without ruining the jacket, you're good. And then you do this on this side. A little difficult, so you might want to just do this beforehand and then never touch them again. Okay, so there's that. And already it's fairly light coat. I mean, you see this, it's doing its thing. And then of course you got the hood. Word, that's cool. It's got some drawstrings on it. It's also got a bunch of zippers, so in case you want to just remove the hood, you can, if you're not into hoods. Oh, love the Gore-Tex branding. Again, another nice little touch, functional. If you want to tighten up the wrists, you just go, look at the flick of the wrist. Boom, look at that. Now it's on, and it's stable. You know, you could do the same thing on the other side, obviously. ACG, what up? And then you get this. Now you're wondering, what is this ugly looking button there? I actually like this because it kind of throws you off. You're like, whoa, what is that doing there? Is that a pimple on the coat? It's not actually. What you do is you open this. Is it this one? No, it's this one. You open up this part. Well, actually, this is, let me start with this. So let's say actually, hold up, time out, let's calm down here. First off, the cool thing about rocking this with the zipper down is you get the view of the subtle printing here, the ACG print there, and I think it just flows very well as far as a street casual jacket. You're just, you know, bobbing and weaving through traffic like that. Now, the other nice thing, when you zip this up, you start at the bottom. Now we here, boom, boom, boom. And then you got this cool little look here where it's like fully zipped. But what you can do is if you want to go all tech wary on people, you just bop, comes down about there. And if you want to do this, you can do that a little bit. And then look at the flap of the wrist. Whoa, what's up? Okay, now, next, let's say, well actually let me pull this down, let me pull this back up real quick. I'm already having so much fun. It's like literally a toy. This is great. Okay, so, oh right, okay, so now pull up this zipper. And what do we have here? Well, you have this nice little baggie that comes out. Check this out, ready? Woo, look at that, just like that. And just for a closer look at it, you've got a little hole there, a little groove there, a little magnet on this, and it just kind of falls into that groove in place. Boom. What up? So of course, if you want to put some gear in here, you have that option. This has another zipper. We get it, Errolson, you love zippers. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, so this comes up, you put some stuff in there, and then you can either zip it back up or leave it as E, but I'm obviously going to zip it back up. There's nothing in here. Hello. And then obviously this is like a little keychain thing if you want to be cool and dangle-lang a little something. It's got a little ACG writing on there. Very cool, very cool. And then the zipper, I guess you could bring it back up if you wanted to close up a little bit, but I think the idea is for this to just kind of hang like that. There is room in this pocket area here in case you want to leave this on the inside and put something in here and zip this back up, I guess. But it's also cool to just kind of let it hang like that. You know, cool to let it hang like that just so you can have like a little extra paraphernalia bubbling through on your coat. Now the other side, you open this zipper up and you got another ACG branding right there, and another little tiny pocket right here, and then again more room in here, and then you can zip that back up. So that's cool, that's cool. Now the other cool thing, and this is one of the things that impressed me with the acronym coats, which are obviously way more expensive than these, but the exact same design ethos breathes through into these ACG pieces, which is great. You get this little pocket here, obviously for your cell phone, because it has a little slit here for your headphone jack, so you can put it through there. Of course, if you have the wireless headphone jacks, you don't really need that, but just an option for you. And this is the inner lining, nothing really crazy. Got a few more drawstrings here in case you want to tighten stuff up, but that's pretty much it. The only other thing, and I saved the best for last, trust me, again, for sweaty guys like these, this is not going to be enough. So what you do on a nice hot day, or like, you know, those annoying days where it's like cold in the morning but hot in the afternoon, hate that time of year. But anyway, what you do is pop, and check this out. You've got these badass cords. First of all, just to have them is one thing, but to add on these lovely contrasting colors that are totally, quote, out of place in this coat is just next level. Before I forget, the nice little branding there, what up? But what you do is, you can actually take these, boom, and now you rockin' the jacket and just letting it hang. You see that? It's not the prettiest thing, but you know, it gets the job done, you know what I'm saying? Word. So yeah, not the prettiest thing, but just the fact that someone came up with this. Like, I can't believe I didn't come up with this. You know what I mean? That's the ingenious of great design. It's like obvious things that, why didn't someone else just come up with this? Two simple straps hooked in here, removable. You know, once you unbutton them, they're just buttoned up like this. You just open up the button and pull it out if you don't want this here. But why wouldn't you? I mean, this is great. You know, able to haul this around without having to tie it around your waist or anything crazy like that. You just kind of tag along with you. Love that. Now, the only thing is with Arelson, I know that every piece of this jacket is not just for show or for extra. Everything has a function, which leads me to one last thing, and that's this. Right under the hood, there's this zipper here, and it comes back and forth, but it's not like connected to anything. It's just an empty zipper. So I'm trying to see, was this to like bind it together somewhere else in the coat so that it like presents better when you have it in backpack mode, or is it like to make it into a travel piece where you can like curl it up and carry it somewhere? I don't know. I've looked all over the jacket and I can't find where this is supposed to zip into. I was thinking maybe even like you curl it up and zip it on itself, but there's really no option to do that when you carry it over. So I'm really lost for what the hell this is for. So if someone can figure this out, please let me know in the comment section. What the hell am I supposed to do with this zipper? Because it's really driving me crazy. I would think it's just like there for show, but knowing Arelson Hughes' design philosophy, I just have a hard time believing and now extreme OCD about figuring out what the hell to do with the zipper. So someone please help me. Otherwise, fantastic, fantastic piece. So happy I picked this up. And yeah, this pink really pops, baby. I love that.
I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Y'all don't really get it.
All right, so let's jump into some history lessons on the ACG line, shall we? So ACG officially started as a Nike line in 1989, but the influence for it actually preceded that. Now, Nike as a company, period, was just starting in the early 70s, but around the same time in Yosemite Park, there was this new class of outdoorsy folks called Stone Masters, and they'd been described as Cali surfer types coming out to the countryside for rock climbing type activities. So, dude. And it's been said that this class of outdoorsy folks actually took it upon themselves to stand out from the usual crowd of like toned down dressed, mountain gear, traditionalists, I guess. And they'd show up in painter clothes and very bright neon non-outdoorsy type clothing attire. And with that came lighter footwear. And next thing you know, this movement extends to outdoorsy folks outside of Yosemite, encapsulated in this famous photo of Rick Ridgway and John Ross Skelly, where they were halfway up K2 Mountain, both wearing iconic yellow Nike LDVs. And this was all their ideas, not Nike's. But this right here, that's what influenced Nike to start the Nike hiking division. So in 1981, Nike hiking was launched, and here's what it looked like. And linking this back to earlier, Nike wasn't afraid to use brightly colored products, so that kind of helped. So just like they set themselves apart in the early days with their brightly colored orange boxes, their products kind of spoke for themselves in the outdoors world where they really stood out. So fast forward, now we're at 1989, Nike's ACG line officially debuts, and in the 90s, outdoorsy activity is booming. And of course, Tinker Hatfield gets into the mix and designs the Nike Air Moab. And this was inspired by Native American moccasins and Martian landscape of Moab, Utah. But personally, I find this ad hilarious. Just pause and read this whole ad. There's no way this ad would get made in today's climate with that kind of language. Now, I'll skip over a bunch of other stuff in their history because frankly, I'm not a very outdoorsy type, okay? I'm a city guy. So what led me to finally jump on the ACG bandwagon? Well, now we're in a different era of Nike ACG. Namely, that this is now Nikelab. So for those that don't know, the difference between Nike and Nikelab is the fact that Nikelab is sort of the high-end version of routine Nike products, roughly speaking. Higher quality materials, a dedicated design team, etc., etc., etc. Day-do. So Nikelab set out to reinvigorate ACG in 2014, making outerwear, footwear, etc. But the difference here is they had now recruited Errolson Hugh from Acronym, who's famous for designing maybe the most influential brand of techwear in the industry to date. And he was pretty much brought in to invigorate this Nikelab ACG line. And boy, has he done a remarkable job. And for those that don't know, techwear, and especially Errolson's version of it with Acronym, being the marquee pinnacle product in that world, is that these are very highly functional pieces that are pushing the boundaries of technology in garments, where you may see a ton of zippers and a lot of action going on, but they all serve a functional purpose. They're not simply there for show. So the beautiful thing about having pieces like these is the ACG line is becoming more techwear friendly and modern day city life friendly as opposed to purely outdoorsy friendly. So people like me can now also waste their money on stuff like this. Because again, I'm more into the fashion and style part of it than the outdoorsy utility of it, but it serves both purposes, which is the mark of a great product, let's be honest. A lot of military design things, a lot of sports design things carry over into fashion when they serve those purposes eloquently, and this does exactly that. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the outdoors, it's just I'm not the type to get up at 6 in the morning and go hiking, okay? Y'all can miss me with that bullshit. But the beautiful thing about Nikelab's ACG line is that it brings Errolson Hugh's influence and design aesthetic to a more affordable brand of what Acronym is. And Acronym is crazy expensive, so it's nice to have a piece of Errolson's artwork without having to break the bank. Very nice. So what y'all think? Would you cop? Would you rock? What you gonna do? Ask me some questions, leave a comment. Only leave a like if you're cool. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one, and we out. Peace.